So you join me back at the fuel testing centre. So we'll just rig up our carburettor, and we'll use our Chinese knockoff 6 for a pound floats. Well, they weren't quite that cheap, but I'll show you later. I'll put some details up at the end. And let's get this set up. I'll get the fuel in and we'll check the level with the float as it's coming out the box. It looks about right, but we can't never be sure. So as you look at the float tang, as it's called, this little bit in the middle of the circle here that you bend up or down to adjust the fuel height, I've got that rammed up just underneath this arch. So I've pushed it all the way up. That's where I've been finding the setting has been giving me the right fuel level. So that's why I've bent that up now, so it's touching right underneath here. We'll put that in the float, in the float bowl on my modified lower case here. We'll fill it up with fuel and we'll see what we get as a starting point. I've got my 20ml of fuel in there. We're all set up with the makeshift fuel tank. So if I just level you up and get you so you can see, hopefully you should be able to see the fuel level rise there. Right, I'm injecting the fuel now. In it goes. I said in it goes. Right, it's all gone in. Just need to get rid of these bubbles. Right, let's have a look where we're sitting. Ooh, that don't look too bad actually. Let me just go and grab a ruler and we'll double check, but I think that is okay. So using the smallest ruler I could find, we have got 1, 2, 3 mil. So that means all carbs are balanced exactly the same for fuel. Brilliant. Right, let me get a little tray to run the excess fuel in, and then this is done. So my carbs now completely finished. I can put them all back together, and then I'll wrap them up so they don't get dust in them. They can sit there. They're ready to go back on the bike. Success. Well, thanks to the Chinese for ripping off the KH and S1C floats and doing 3 of them so cheap. I had to buy a pack of 3 because it was rude not to. Right, I'm just going to milk the carburettor. See if we can get some fuel out of it. And that's it. Dry. Oh, that is brilliant. That little thing I invented there for the bottom of the carb. Well chuffed with that. Because I can see why they've done it on most modern bikes. Because in theory you wouldn't even have to take the carburettor off to set the float. Yeah, that's got it all out of the tube now. Right, I'm just going to lose this petrol. There's no me, I'm going to spill it all over myself. And be going to work tomorrow with Oda E10 splashed all over. Right, so we can cut the cable tie off of here. Cut the cable tie off of here. Up there. That's that one done. Then, if we get a bit of tissue on the bench. Oh, I need to keep that box because I've got a little control arm in there. Do. Lay a nice bit of tissue on the bench here. Cover it over. Get this out the vise. Then I think you can still see from there. That's it. Then what I'm going to do is remove the float bowl. It's all coming out now. Right, the gasket, that's done. So that one, I shall leave that to drain there. But there's the new Chinese float bowl in brass, all soldered up, nicely fitted. Let's leave that up that way and there. Right, I'll leave that for a few days to dry, and then what will happen is you'll be back next. We'll find a better bench to work at, and we'll sit down and we'll put the carbs completely back together so they're ready to go on the bike. Obviously I've got them all sitting here looking like new, and we're good to go. So I am very pleased. Right.